Rebecca Stanley had always been an ordinary young woman. She led a typical life, working as a paralegal in a bustling city, spending her mornings in crowded coffee shops and her evenings in the comfort of her tiny apartment. But one evening, an unremarkable night when Rebecca was preparing for bed, her life began to spiral into uncanny and uncharted territory. As she stood before her bathroom mirror, brushing her long chestnut hair, she noticed something strange. For a fleeting moment, her reflection seemed to smirk while her face remained expressionless. She shook it off as fatigue but couldn't shake the unease it left behind. In the days that followed, Rebecca found herself drawn to the mirror with an almost magnetic pull. Each time she looked into it, there was an unsettling sensation, as if the reflection was lagging behind her movements. Soon, she couldn't ignore it any longer. Her reflection was behaving independently. One night, driven by curiosity and mounting fear, she decided to test her sanity. She raised her right hand. Her reflection followed. Then its left hand slowly rose, mimicking the action out of sync. Panic surged through her, but she was unable to look away. Compelled by a mix of dread and fascination, Rebecca began to spend hours in front of the mirror, trying to understand the anomaly. She researched ancient myths and modern science, but nothing provided a plausible explanation. Weeks turned into months, and the isolation took its toll. Her friends and coworkers noticed her withdrawal, but she offered no explanations. Then one night, the reflection spoke. "Rebecca, free me." The voice came as a haunting whisper. She staggered back, eyes wide with horror. "Who are you?" she managed to stutter. "I am you, but not you. Trapped in this mirror, a consequence of a binding spell cast centuries ago," the reflection revealed. Rebecca's mind raced. Could this be real or an elaborate delusion? The haunting eyes of the reflection bore into her soul, leaving no room for doubt. "How do I free you?" she asked, uncertain if she really wanted to know the answer. The reflection explained that a piece of an old mirror, the original object tied to the spell, needed to be found and shattered. Without hesitation, Rebecca researched historical artifacts and rare auctions, eventually finding the antique piece in an old, dusty shop on the outskirts of town. With the shard in her hand, she returned to the apartment, heart pounding. Standing before the bathroom mirror once more, she steeled herself and, with a determined swing, shattered her own reflection. The room filled with an eerie silence. Shards scattered across the floor and her breath heavy in the newfound emptiness. Weeks later, Rebecca began to feel the weight of normalcy returning. Mirrors now reflected nothing more than her own visage, synchronizing perfectly with her every move. The inexplicable obsession was gone, and the sinister secret buried in that glass ceased to haunt her. Her life regained its ordinary rhythm, leaving her with a story she couldn't share and a mystery that menaced only in the darkest corners of memory.